So what I want to start on is the higher time frame, okay? And I want to say this now is always look at your higher time frame, all right? Because you always need to know where the fuck the market's going in regards to the macro perspective, because higher time frame levels get respected very well, okay? And as you will see now is what the reason why I'm actually getting on this buy. So I'll tell you what, I'm gonna get rid of all this, and we'll just reanalyze it after. Get rid of all this. Keep that 15-minute. We're just going to go back in time. I jumped on charts, but it was just about 20 past 6. But I'm just going to nab it back to here, just so we got this liquidity pool here. This low. So yeah, I'm going to start off on the 4 hour, okay? And my main reason for getting in this trade, obviously, yeah, I want to talk about this as well. The daily, I like marking up my daily up, and this is an ICT concept which helps with optimal trades. And Louis showed me this, and honestly, bro, it just gives you a bit more of an optimal entry. And what it comes down to in trading like this is how many trades you have and how many trades you place. So, for example, what I'm talking about is, so if I've got 5 good setups in a week, yeah, good or just setups that I can see, I'll probably only place 1 or 2 of them, because I can be complacent, because I can pick which one I want to be placing in regards to how strong the setup is. So with us to have even more confirmations like the daily open and the prior day open, we've got even more confirmation. So this is a lovely 4-hour order block to go from, not just because it's above the daily open or somewhat above. I mean, price could obviously come up and then we can start shorting there. But we also actually mitigated this fair value gap here, which I actually did say on the pre-London, which is the reason I went, let's get a magnet on. So yeah, the reason this is a lovely order block is because, look, we actually did an objective, completed an objective beforehand, before actually creating that distribution downwards. So and that's what actually makes a stronger order block. A stronger order block is an order block or point of interest even. It could be anything, any point of interest that has previously mitigated something. So as you can see here, we've mitigated this fair value gap, filled this fair value gap, and then dropped to start distributing downwards. And that's exactly why I picked this 4-hour order block. It just happened to be above, or well, I say above, but you know, I'm trying to say this area here is above the prior day open and the daily open for price to come into. So this is what I was kind of aiming for. I mean, even if we come into this area here for a sell-off, that's absolutely fine. This fair value gap here, that's absolutely cool. But here is kind of the order block that I looked at. But realistically, we don't need to know the depth behind it. We don't need to be coming into this much. All we need to know is that we want to be buying. Okay, let's take this. Did I not take the market back? I'll take it back to here. So yeah, exactly. This is what I'm trying to say. So the reason why I had this trade was because I wanted this leg to be corrected. For us to do that, we need to obviously be coming up. We need to be buying. So cool. We need to look at our buy position. So this is when we drop down to the 15-minute and start looking for a nice demand zone if we've had a change of character. And obviously, what you can see here, for the change of character this high, perfect. So we know we're going to start being bullish. All we have to look for now is a nice, well, we're below daily open. As we know, we want to be buying below the daily open. Let's just grab our Fibonacci. Just do the stick. Lovely. So we're below our 50%. These are the more optimal points here. But obviously there was no real order block or anything here. And because we was bearish and now bullish, okay, we're going to have an extended trading range. I like to call this independent trading range. This pretty much means that we've had a change of character, so it's a different type of trading range. They are a lot larger compared to your normal trading range. It's like an extended trading range. So at this point here, I only care about price coming into the 50%. I don't really care about any of our catalytic fib levels like 0.75 or 0.63, I think it is, or something like that. I don't give a shit about those. I don't really care about the 50% because we know it's a big extended trading range. So the chance of price coming into even more of an optimal point is unlikely because the trading range is so big. And especially because we've got this lovely demand zone here, okay, obviously within our OTS, which is lovely. I picked the top of this candle and the bottom of this wick purely because there was no real order block here. There was only really a demand zone, if you like. There might have been on the lower time frame. Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's some on the lower time frame, but I'll just rather go with the 15-minute sort of zone. It's kind of what I liked. So yeah, let's just form a little bit more of Asia. Yeah, let's form a little bit more of Asia. Lovely. Right, now let's jump down to the lower time frame, and this is kind of what I was looking at. Because obviously we know where we want to get to, this 15-minute, and we know we need to be taking sell-side liquidity. Looks like we're going to take it, and obviously this liquidity marked out here. This is what I wanted to get purged before as well. So we've got a couple of objectives. We've got an order block here, and we've got liquidity that can easily get purged to the downside of where price is right now. So I'm just going to skip forward. So we had this beautiful tap into this POI. More time, yeah, this is what I like to, I'd just like to say quick, is more time. When price comes into a POI like this, like kind of as that knee-jerk sort of quick reaction, comes in and then bounces straight out, more time, we will grab that as liquidity. We'll take that low as liquidity. And that's exactly what I was waiting for next. So I kind of wanted to wait for price to obviously give us that liquidity grab, or at least violate that low for us to then confirm the liquidity grab if it change of character in the opposite direction. Because the only thing is as well, which I didn't like, is that our change of character would have been here. Yeah. So that would have mean we were what? I think it was like 4.5 pips away from fucking Asia's higher. Yeah, 4.2 pips away from Asia's high. For me, I wouldn't really, because price could most likely literally just fucking run, okay? Because it's 4 pips away, why the fuck wouldn't it? It has no reason. It has a reason to go that high. If it has that momentum, then it most likely will. We had a pretty fucking consolidating Asia session. This was a minimal Asia session, 12 pips. To be fair, it's never really that big anyway. But as it is a Friday, there is a loss of volatility. Anyways, so yeah, I didn't really want to add my 1 minute change character as well. So there's many reasons for me to wait. But this is the art of waiting. Because I know that I don't want this to be my 1 minute change character, and I know we realistically want to be mitigating this order block a little bit further, and as well take the liquidity from this low, as we only had like sort of a knee jerk. Waited and waited and waited. At this point, I literally stayed in a 1 minute the whole time because shit was happening quick, and the 2 minute was not nice on this, so I stayed on a 1 minute the whole time. So yeah, we kind of had a little push up. So I'm assuming we probably had those, like, this is kind of sort of inducement as well. I'd look at this as inducement, because obviously SMC traders probably would have got in this position from the same demand zone. Me, personally, I was waiting. They probably had loads of buyer positions, and they're probably the people that would be getting liquidated, obviously, at this low. What the fuck was that noise? That scared the shit out of me. Oh, subscribed. Bro, that scared the shit out of me. But yeah, so I'm looking for this low to get violated in order for us to have that liquidity grab. Boom, violated, perfect. So this is exactly what I was waiting for, and this is the art of waiting. Because I've now waited, I can now get in on a better trade and not get induced and not get liquidated. So happy fucking days. So pretty much, yeah, at this point I was waiting, and as you can see, because we've had this violation of this low, we now have a new trading range, which is in between this high and this low. So now we know that our next change of character on the 1 minute will be this high, which is a little bit more optimal compared to obviously the previous, this high here. So if I just pop that on there, 1 minute change. How many pips is this now away from Asia? Asia's high. 6. More pips. Minimal. I'm still minimal pips, but that's at least half of Asia that we're coming up into. Perfect. So at this point here, we're waiting for that 1 minute change of character. On the way up, also looking at the also want to be looking at obviously what positions we what POIs we can actually start looking at in regards to an entry. So yeah, still weighing, not much movement at this point. And now this is when we had shit happening. This is when it fucking scares you. But yeah, this is what we're kind of waiting for at this point here. So yeah, we've had that 1 minute change of character. Beautiful. At this point now, all we got to think about is entry. So think of it on a checklist. Okay, so let's just go back through, quickly go on the checklist again. Okay, cool. So we have to take one of the sides liquidity. We've taken sell side, tick. If there is a POI below the sell side liquidity or above the buy side liquidity, mark that out. Wait for price to come into that tick. We've had that 15-minute level there, and now what we do now is go on a lower time frame, 1 minute, have a 1 minute change tick, and now we're looking for entries. Have not found our entry yet, so let's go look for our entry. Loading session has started now, 8 a.m. And for me, I mean, the POI just sounded out like a sore fucking thumb. If you boys have learned all the blocks or ICT all the blocks, this just stands out like a sore thumb. This lovely demand zone here, exactly what we're looking for. 1 minute, this is what I mean. A 2 minute, you could have gone on an unmitigated wick, but no need, just go after 1 minute. It's a lot more easier to see. It's a little bit smaller as well, so you can actually get a better trade. For me, I use minimum 3 pip stop loss, okay? So let's actually write that properly. Fucking messy as shit. Liquidity grab. So yeah, we had a liquidity grab at that low, and then we had that 1 minute change of character, and then we had this beautiful order block here. And by the looks of it here, we could have had people buying at yeah, I mean, we had loads of people buying in this area. Hence the consolidation, because we were selling and now we had a little bit of buying pressure. Hence why we've been kind of stalling. Price just kind of staying within this accumulation little phase here. This actually does look like an accumulation schematic. I don't know if you boys know your schematics, but this looks like the spring, so a little push down, and then we're gonna have the distribution up, breaking out of this this top here, and this is where we have the UTAD. I think it's UTAD. I need to refresh my memory on the schematic. But then we have the retracement and then the distribution. So this is the schematic. Realistically, what it is price coming down. So we've got the selling pressure. Okay. Then we get buying pressure, testing this high. And then what we realistically want is a price to come down and then back up and then test this low and then violate this low, which is the spring. And then obviously push up, distribute up, break this high, break out, and then come back down and then retest into a point of interest. And then boom, start distributing. This is exactly what an accumulation schematic is. I didn't even realise that until just now. But I mean, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Schematics aren't important. If you know kind of what happens in the market, so kind of how I've said, is kind of, obviously we've got buying pressure here. So what we could do is just liquidate those boys, which is this spring, this point here, and we've pushed the market up. Anyways, we've had that 1 minute change of character, of course. Now this is the POI. And now, so tick, we've got our point of interest, we've got our entry. What we want now is law of effort. So we want our law of effort to be positive. When I mean that, we want price to create the order block quicker than, I'll tell you what, I'll go all the way back. I did have it written out. But yeah, what we want is we want the trading range to be formed before more efficiently than the correction down. And obviously, 2 secs, I'll show you exactly what I mean by that. If I can get the thing back, then just quickly go all the way back. Did have it. But yeah, law of effort is the last confirmation, and it's a momentum. It's a momentum confirmation, which, yeah, in my opinion, it just makes well, one, it makes sense because pretty much all it is there's more buying pressure in the direction that you are going. If I can just get this fucking bit up here. There we go, should be here. Right, perfect. Just get rid of that. But yeah, so this is it. Bullish, law of effort, creating trading range. We want price to make the trading range more efficiently than retracement into the POI. And that is, so our trading range is from here to here. Okay. And how long did that take to form from low to high? 2 minutes, okay? Very quick, very quick. This is the thing about the 1 minute. This shit happens quite quick. So this is why you have to be quite efficient and know what you're looking for whilst looking at these trades, because you need to be quick, snappy, and fiery. All right, and then we have the retracement down. Came into the POI. I mean, to be fair, you wouldn't have looked at it at this point. You would have just, I mean, this is what you would do. So this took 2 minutes, and then as soon as that takes more than 2 minutes, you would enter the trade or place the limit, whatever. So at this point, we had 4 minutes. So at this point here, I'll be placing the trade. But it did take, I think, 5 minutes, but I'll show you that after. My minimum stop loss is 3. I know. I think Solito maybe went off about here. Probably nabbed about 5%. Obviously aiming for the Asia higher. Oh, 9.8 pips. Yeah, so some people got fucking. You could get in a lovely trade here, but obviously, you want to be realistic in regards to sort of brokers and prop firms and stuff, or just brokers really. So you wouldn't be placing a fucking 1 pip stop loss. So mine would have been 3. And then 3.3% is what you'll be nabbing for. And then yeah, so I think it was 5 minutes. No, longer. What was that? Is that 6 minutes then? Oh, okay, yeah, 7 minutes it took. So you know that is more than triple the law of effort. So look, and then perfect. Look at that entry. Amazing entry. Just rejected off, minimum drawdown. And then we push up and we, smash that trade. And obviously that was, really, we'll just say a 3%er. But it was a 3% trade in 9 minutes, I believe. Yeah, 9 minutes. So we grabbed a percent every 3 minutes in this trade, which is nice. You could take partials, okay? You could have took partials at any point of this trade. I probably would have taken it at the London high here. At this given time, this London high here, which would have been at 1.77 RR, and you probably would have got that in about fucking 3 minutes. Yeah, you would have took partials in 4 minutes. So after the 4 minutes, stop loss would have been break even, and you would have been absolutely laughing. Another thing I want to say as well, the reason for this trade to now go ahead, and because you might be asking like, mates, why is it come all the way back down now? Okay, why is it now coming down? What London likes to do, is create either the low or the high of the day. It's got a very high probability and a very high chance of London creating the high or the low of the day. And obviously, this is exactly what London is planning on doing right now. He's planning on liquidating everything else which is in the market. I think 1 hour is a bit of a stretch time frame to go on. It's got a 15-minute. Let's go to live. Is this live time now? This might be live. Okay, yeah. So we've literally liquidated all of this. So all these lows have been taken out, and now we've come down, bounced back up. There's no news today, so this wasn't news based. No news today. And then that was a push up. So yeah, that was the trade this morning, boys. That's it. But yeah, watch it. I'm gonna be posting this after as well. So please go back to it if need. It's a simple Asia liquidity trade, okay? And this is gonna be, so when I talk about Asia sell side liquidity or buy side liquidity sweeps, it's exactly what I mean. So whenever I talk about it, if you don't know what I'm talking about, please refer back to it. I'm gonna post it now. But other than that, boys.